When creating a Word document, there's a few simple ways you can author it with accessibility in mind. In this video, we'll review those simple ways as well as review how to check a Word document for accessibility. The first simple way is to consider the font style. It's important to select a style that is readable. The default font style in Microsoft Word is Calibri, but other options might be Verdana, Tahoma, Trebuchet MS, and Georgia. The font color should also be taken into consideration. Choose a dark color that provides good contrast against the document's white background. By default in Word, the font is black. That'll be fine for the purpose of this document. The next simple way is to create document structure. Use Word's heading styles to apply structure to the title of the document and all of its subheadings. I'll use heading 1 for the title and heading 2 for these two subheadings. I can view the document structure by clicking View and placing a check next to Navigation pane. The heading structure appears here in the pane on the left. While I'm working on the document structure, I'll also make sure that this list is using Word's built-in numbered list feature. When I highlight these list items, I can see that the numbering icon is selected in the paragraph group on the ribbon. That lets me know that the list is structured properly. I could also use the bullets icon, but I don't need it here. The next simple way to incorporate accessibility is to make sure all of the images have text representation or alternative text. I recently embedded this image and know that it needs alternative text, so I'll right-click the image and select Format Picture. The Format Picture pane appears on the right. I'll click the Layout and Properties icon and expand the alt text option. I'll type my alternative text here in the description field. When I close the Format Picture pane, Word automatically saves my alternative text. Now let's consider the simple ways that will ensure tables are accessible. I've included one here. First, I'll assign a header row by highlighting the top row, right-clicking, and selecting Table Properties. The Table Properties dialog box opens, and I'll select the Row tab. Check the box next to Repeat as Header Row at the top of each page, and click OK. My table will also need a title. Word calls it a caption, so I'll hover the mouse over the table to make these directional arrows appear. I'll right-click them and select Insert Caption. By default, Word has labeled this table Table 1, so I'll just type my title next to it. Next, I'll double-check that there are no merged or split cells. They can be disorienting for a screen reader user. Finally, I'll want to make sure that I haven't used color alone to emphasize text or convey information. Students with color vision deficiency will benefit from secondary formatting. For example, this bit of red text is emphasizing an important date, so I'll bold it to make sure all of my students will be able to perceive that it's important. Before I leave my table, I'll check that it has proper reading order by placing my cursor in the first cell and then pressing the Tab key. I'm watching to see that the cursor moves to the next cell to the right, and when I continue to press Tab, the cursor should move down to the next row. Great, that's what it does. A screen reader will be able to access this table. If I was unable to perform this tab test, that would mean that my table is likely an image and would require a detailed long description. The final simple way to author an accessible Word document is to type descriptive hyperlink text. It should answer 3 questions. Where is the link going? What will be viewed? And what else happens when the link is clicked? This hyperlink leads to a downloadable document, so I'll indicate which type of document. It's another Word file, so typing DOC within parentheses helps students know to expect a download. Okay, I think we're almost done. I'll use the accessibility checker to check the accessibility of my document. It looks like the checker has a few suggestions for me. I know they'll help improve the accessibility of my document. When it's time to share your Word document with your students, make sure to save it as a docx file. When you upload the file to your course, provide a link to the Microsoft Word Reader in your course resources for those students who do not use Word. You could also save your Word document as a PDF file. If using a Mac computer, make sure to select Best for Electronic Distribution and Accessibility. After saving as a PDF, it's best practice to check the reading order of your document in Adobe Acrobat. Following these simple ways to create and share an accessible Word document helps ensure your content is available to all of your students.